Let's see. I'm not. I just realized that Anna from Frozen. Yes, I watched that movie. And plus, you gotta absorb that lore. You know that? You gotta absorb that lore. She got buried in snow and somehow didn't die. Bruh, if even my freaking hand would be buried in snow, or my arm, done. I'm going inside. Thank you, thanks for watching. I'm going inside to go not go in the snow. Animated movies have been ripped off. Hi, Amy Jones. Ugh. I have a plan. I hate when people rip off. Onward. That was actually a pretty good movie. Homeward. What? That is the worst name for a movie. Homeward. Oh my god. What the frick? Sharknado. Ew. Okay, does Asylum actually purposely do this, or are they trying to get money? Because if they're trying to be bad at making movies, sorry, but they're kind of doing good at it. Mm. Okay, how are they gonna rip off Frozen? Get ready for, Frozen to look like a AAA game. What the hell? Okay, this is gonna make me less complain about Frozen. Frozen looks beautiful compared to what its ripoff just looked like. Oh my... Oh my god. Ew! It's so disgusting. Ah! Uh-huh. Phase 4. That sounds like a Chinese version of Phase 10. Let's not talk about Shark Tale. I may not watch that movie. I've never watched it, but I will just say it is good at being successful. Yeah, it's not that bad. A furry tale. Oh. I mean, sorry if it takes long. Oh my god, Cars looks like so clean compared to what I just saw. Come on. This looks like silicone got molded. It looks like silicone or raw clay. Wait, how do It's all good until you get threatened by Disney. I mean, I kind of actually watched that when I was a little B movie. Not the best, not the worst. Get away from me. Is this how I increase my autism? Is this how I worsen my autism? This is more disgusting than your freaking, you know, mouth cheeks being replaced by your butt cheeks. So, Amy, you could say that these guys are cheating. Yes, we need to get rip-off versions of... We need to get all the rip-off computer-looking stupid versions of every single animated cartoon from Disney, and then we need to force the Chinese president to watch it. That's right, I'm going that far. What the heck? What? Look at this Kraken. What the freak? No, I can't. It looks like the mouse from Tom and Jerry that got reformed into a Kraken. That is... Oh, kill me now.
Why did you leave?
I just don't want to play the anime right now. No!
Unsub.
Why? I just don't want to play right now.
Not cool, man.
Why? If I don't want people to play with me, I just... Okay? I'm very solitude. I'm used to being alone. Thanks for adding me, you stupid old Navy ad. It's unskippable pieces of pen. Oh my god.
Bye.
Oh, I'm sorry. Toxic. Yeah, bro. Okay, so if I say... Hey guys, so if I kindly say no if someone wants to play with me, I'm very, very rude, okay?
Me?
Hold on, where is he? Wait, what? Dude, okay, I'm sorry. If I don't want to play, I don't want to play, okay? It's my life decision. I don't want to play right now. Please let me play in peace. I'm sorry if I'm not playing with you. I just want to play by myself right now, okay? Why do all the horrible animation movies look like they are reformed pieces of silicone? Hold on. I'm gonna show you what it looks like.
Can we at least talk?
Could. If you choose. Don't want to join any parts out. So, okay. So, silicone is censored. Okay, fine. I'm gonna go on my phone where nothing is censored. Silicone is not inappropriate. It's a material used for other things. Let me show you. I'm gonna show you. You ready? Silicone. Stop spamming me, dumb phone. A silicone is a polysiloxane or polysiloxane are polymers made up of a siloxane. They are typically colorless oils and rubber-like substances. Silicones are often used in sealants, adhesives, lubricants, medicines, cooking utensils, and thermal and electric insulation. Where is it? This is silicone. Right there.
Join.
Silicone. Okay. By the way you type that, it appears you're yelling. I don't want to join a party right now. I just want to play by myself. Please, do not yell at me.
Does everyone hate me or?
No, no, everybody does not hate you. Here's the thing. I'm not trying to be mean, but maybe it's because you yell at people. You literally scream at everyone if they do something wrong, okay? I'm just putting it straight for you, and I'm trying to help you in case you don't know what's wrong. You literally made one of your friends leave once because you screamed at him. I feel bad for Creeper. I feel bad for Creeper.
I'm a miserable child.
Well, why don't you go say sorry to him? Maybe he'll like that. Don't scream at people, because I used to do it once. And then I never got any friends. Just say sorry. Gabe. Gabe literally... Yes, Gabe. Creeper. He got upset because you screamed at him. And I feel bad for him because he doesn't deserve such treatment like that. He doesn't. Hmm. No, we're gonna make this. I have an idea. I have an idea. Like a wonderful idea. A way we can make the roof skinny.
Lord Gabe has left because his internet connection.
Well, yes, he did that sometimes, but sometimes he got mad. Okay? I'm just saying, please stop screaming at everyone you hear. Or everybody you see. Hi, Amy. Wait, how old are you, Amy? Did you say you were like 8 or something? Creepy.
I am 8. You making me feel bad saying all.
I don't want to be rude, but sometimes you should.
I'm 10.
You're 10. Well, dude, I was 10. When I was 10, I was the nicest person around. But I don't want you to be as rude as I was when I was 10. Because when I was 10, I had no friends. No one would like me because I was rude. I just want people to enjoy you. Because in these dark times, we need all the buddies we can get. We need all those friends.
I'm rude. I am so sorry.
There you go. I feel you. I feel you, dude. If you think I'm not rude, I literally stabbed somebody in the back with a pencil once. I actually did. Here's a note to self. Don't ever stab people. It's not a good thing. I think actually, what if I just... There
Me
we go.
too.
Oh. Oh, it's Amy. Amy, dude, Amy, you didn't do nothing. Why are you saying sorry? Oh my god, Amy, you crack me up.
Laugh.
Oh my god, oh mega lol. Oh my eyes. Well, guys, sad to say that it is August the 12th. I'm going back to school on August the 3rd.
I'm laughing. Emoji rolling on the floor laughing.
Well, I'm not laughing, but hey, it's still funny. I'm not emotional. I'm not emotional. Here's okay. So let's innovate. It's one of my favorite I words. Is innovation station. Maybe I might play with you, but I'm gonna be on a tight schedule because I want to do things. I'm sorry if I'm not playing with
I have a
anybody.
YouTube channel.
You do. Hopefully it's growing. There's 4 people now. I'm sorry if I don't want to play with anybody. It's because I'm an extreme time crunch. Right as I'm saying this, it is 2 o'clock in Illinois, United States of America. And it's August the 12th. I go back to school on August the...
subscribe both of you.
Both of you. Is the third person Smosh? Is it seriously Smosh? Is it the legendary Smosh? Nope, no, this is not happening. Watch this. So, you'd be wondering, what am I doing? Oh my god, why am I singing like this? Oh my god. Oh my god, why am I being such an annoying piece of crap? Okay, so watch this. We're doing something actually smart here. So instead of making a thick roof, we're gonna make the basements deeper. So you watch this. If you don't know, look at that. See, the power goes on, and if I turn it off, power goes off. So that way I can have a much better looking roof. Huh? Why do I feel like I can... Weird. Time to conquer most of... No. Time to conquer all of India. Or most of India. Wait, I feel like it's like... most of my... Some of my audio is being reflected back. Like I can hear it for some reason. Hopefully this looks kind of decent. Okay, I'm switching to alternative mic. Get ready to have your ears freaking destroyed. Oh, there's the ear gone. Time to conquer most of India.
That happened.
I love my weak piggy. Can't be surprised my friend in the UK is not watching because he's literally probably sleeping right now. Oh yeah, right. My headphones are anal. India. I have shield. I'll probably disagree with at least one of these top 20 worst animated movies of this century. Century? Is this the bio?
Well, if it's free. Free. The golden age of animation, this is not. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 worst animated movies of the century so far.
Oh, Rexy, you lucky boy. We found you a girlfriend.
Take me, stud muffin. For this list, we'll be looking at the absolute worst animated movies the 20th century has produced to date. Anything released in or after the year 2000 is eligible. So earlier films like 1998's Pocahontas 2, yes, that's a thing that exists, will not be eligible.
I can't learn your ways alone, but you can help me.
We're also disqualifying TV movies and films that strive for full photorealism and use real sets like Cats.
Like it's sort of a joke, and I rather like it, so the joke's on him.
Number 20, Mars Needs Moms. Not every animated movie from the legendary Walt Disney Company can become a classic, but we still expect better from the House of Mouse than this. A limp and lifeless animated feature starring Seth Green, the film follows a young boy named Milo as he tries to rescue his kidnapped mother from Martian invaders. While later entries in our list will defiantly stride into so bad it's good territory, this one is just bland and forgettable.
I dig it when you change color.
With uninteresting or outright annoying characters, massive tonal shifts, and just nothing to really keep viewers engaged. Despite being a major studio release, the film was forgotten almost as soon as it arrived.
I did as I was told. Turns out that's exactly why they chose her.
Number 19. Planes.
Just like Mama used to spray.
I mean, it wasn't really the best.
Hey, you remember Cars? Remember how it was good, but sort of lacking in terms of depth? It was a solid enough kids movie, sure, but pretty mediocre judged by Pixar's many incredible films. While Planes is the bland and unoriginal spin-off that makes you realize that Cars could have been much worse.
Your struck just street? Yep. A crop duster? Man, what's going on here? Is everybody getting to fly today?
This film feels like a monetary decision and nothing more. The first two Cars films made buttloads of cash, and so Disney produced this spin-off to keep the sweet greenbacks coming. The result is about what you'd expect. A by-the-numbers children's adventure with celebrity voices and little in the way of original ideas.
It's going to be close. It's anyone's race. All right, get my good side, fellas.
Number 18. Cars 2. Hey, you remember Cars?
Hey, is Lightning McQueen back yet?
I mean, that's pretty okay. It's not the worst.
Country, but we were tempted. Almost
I like it.
Said about Disney's airborne spin-off to Cars could also be said about this glossy direct sequel. While it's certainly technically proficient and visually eye-catching, this is among Pixar's shallowest and most blatantly commercial efforts to date.
Wow, he's got serious work ahead of him if he wants to get back in his race.
While the studio made its name with kids' films that were thoughtful, mature, and often dealt with heavy subjects, this entry just feels like a cash grab, both at the box office and the toy store. From a studio of such illustrious pedigree, we just expect better. We're not angry, Pixar, we're just disappointed.
It's the American Spy! Stand down.
Gatling gun. Request acknowledged.
Number 17. Ugly Dolls.
I
If you
can
were a
agree on
fan
that
or
one.
toy collector in the early 2000s, you may remember the series of plush dolls that this animated film is based on.
Welcome to Uglyville, friend.
It's one of those movies that, like, it's hype, 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 and then when it comes out,
Many people remember the brand when the film
it falls faster than me off the roof when I was building a...
at the box office.
Falling faster than my heart, or falling faster than an Xbox 360 fanboy heart after he sees a PlayStation 3 girl. Oh, that was a horrible, stupid joke. Kill me.
In an interesting tidbit, the film was originally slated to be directed and written by Sin City co-director Robert Rodriguez. Makes you wonder what kind of movie it could have been, doesn't it?
It's got to get better than this, right?
Number 16, The Queen's.
I never watched this. I can't judge it, but I love corgis.
Plain adorable, with stubby little legs, sweet faces, and fluffy tummies. And yet, our love of these adorable pups just isn't enough to carry this abysmal animated film from Belgium's N-Wave Pictures. The film follows Rex, the favorite corgi of Queen Elizabeth II, who finds himself in the pound after biting Donald Trump. Yep, we're serious.
I believe this is yours.
The film is 80% and presentable but unremarkable animation with a bewilderingly high-class voice cast including Jack Whitehall, Ray Winstone, and Julie Walters.
You're alive. How could you betray me? You were my best friend, Charlie. Of course we're friends, Rex. You were not.
Couldn't they just have made a movie about Cheddar from Brooklyn Nine-Nine? Number 15, Sir Billy. The career of Sir Sean Connery is nothing short of legendary, even outside his stint as James Bond. The Scottish actor has countless classic films under his belt, and this low-rent Scottish animated feature film.
My name's William. Billy to my friends.
The film sees Connery voicing an elderly, skateboarding veterinarian who must save a fugitive beaver named Bessie Boo. And while
That one, that's 20. It probably doesn't fall into It probably doesn't fall into the best, but one of my favorite is
It's switching time to a Chromebook that updates
9.
automatically. Switch to updates without interruption. Switch to Chromebook.
We all
Falls into the
Welcome to
category.
Watch Mojo, and today we're
Tintin is so classic. I watched it when I was like
animated movies of the last
freaking
decade. For this list,
13.
we'll be looking at animated films released between 2010 and 2019 that made enormous strides for the medium in terms of storytelling and technique.
So was
Number 20, Isle of Dogs. Almost a decade after Fantastic Mr. Fox, Wes Anderson returned to stop-motion animation with a wildly imaginative creation.
Spots will be the first dog to be officially deported from the city.
At its heart, Isle of Dogs is a classic tale about man's best friend. The way this story is executed is anything but traditional, though, incorporating a futuristic Japan, a dog flu epidemic, and a whole island comprised of
starving and forgotten. Some say they swam to the mainland, but this seems unlikely. Too far to dog battle.
The witty screenplay is complemented by an inventive visual design, transporting the audience to a marvelous world of miniatures. Isle of Dogs is like a Rankin Bass special if it were conceived by Akira Kurosawa, which makes sense since both were reportedly sources of inspiration.
What's your name? Who cares? You're from Central Nagasaki. I can tell by the accent.
At the same time, the film has that signature oddball wit and whimsical visual flair that could only stem from Wes Anderson's genius. Number 19, Klaus. In a year dominated by animated sequels, this Netflix movie not only stood out as an original property, but also as a welcome throwback to hand-drawn techniques.
6,000 letters. 1 year. You can't cheat, bribe, or squirm your way out of this one.
Dad, come on. It's me. Let's talk about this, man.
Klaus provides an origin story for Santa Claus, voiced by J.K. Simmons, in a gruff yet tender performance.
Where are you going to get that many toys?
You make new ones.
I don't make toys.
However, the film is just as much about Jason Schwartzman's Jesper, a spoiled rich boy forced to deliver mail on an isolated icy island. Together, both men learn the value of friendship and come to see how one act of kindness can snowball into something even greater.
Delivering these toys, seeing the joy they bring to children. I thought I'd never feel this again.
The heartfelt story and vibrant traditional animation will fill the audience with warmth, as if they're sitting in front of the fireplace on Christmas Eve.
I could really use a hand here.
Use. Interesting choice of words.
Really? You're gonna go for the guilt trip now?
Smash those toys to pieces!
It's no wonder Klaus swept the Annie Awards. Number 18, The Breadwinner. This Oscar-nominated animated feature is a bit like Mulan crossed with Persepolis. Based on Deborah Ellis's novel, The Breadwinner centers on Parwana, an 11-year-old Afghan girl.
Where is he being taken?
To prison. It'll teach him a good lesson in Pulicharki.
Baba!
The Taliban won't allow girls or women to even step outside without a male escort, which proves increasingly problematic when Parwana's father is arrested.
You need to get a boy's name so you don't hesitate next time somebody asks you. I am Dalawat now. It means brave.
To provide for her family, Parwana dresses up as a boy, although getting caught would likely mean death.
I know you.
Hi.
Teacher's dog.
ah.
As intense and harrowing as The Breadwinner can be, director Nora Toomey has ultimately
Hey.
made a hopeful film about family, friendship, and the compassion that every human being deserves.
Every day you come home with cuts and blisters. Every day you go out there and I don't know if I'll see you back again. I can't use you too.
For those who view animation as kids' stuff, this is a prime example of how the medium can be used to reflect real-world struggles and adult.
Every day we face challenges. But
Yeah, as a person.
Adult themes.
Where's week? Oh, wow. I'm so addicted to take off my headphones when I leave my room that I literally put my hand on my ear. Week. I'm not gonna do it, but I'm sorry. It's that big smile. Look! He's hitched himself. room smells like butthole. Smells like butthole and lime. Butthole and lime. I hate a bit lime. I hate lime, oranges, and lemons.
Number 17, Tangled.
Okay, I will actually admit this right now. I have watched Tangled. It is pretty good. It's not bad, actually. It's pretty good.
In an era where mainstream animated films had become more reliant on pop culture references and edgy humor, musical fairy tales were starting to look like a thing of the past.
The animation was pretty good for its time.
For those who grew up on Disney classics like Snow White, Cinderella, and The Little Mermaid, Tangled was the comeback we all had been waiting for.
Alright, listen, I didn't want to have to do this.
I know, I watched it when I was like 8.
Here comes the smolder.
What the heck?
The film returned to many of the tropes that Disney built its feature animation brand upon. A lovable heroine, a sinister villain, catchy music, scene-stealing comedic relief, and a gripping love story. However, this fresh take on the story of Rapunzel also brought several new elements to the table, such as modern sensibilities and dazzling CG animation.
That was one of my favorite scenes. It was a beautiful masterpiece.
Arguably commencing another Disney renaissance, Tangled was overflowing with heart and hair. Number 16, Wreck-It Ralph. Over the last decade, Disney has been reevaluating what it
the second one, it's okay, but the first one's
examples.
Pure.
Can't spend another 30 years living alone in the garbage. I'm not going back without a medal.
Ralph isn't a bad guy. Being the antagonist in an arcade game, though, wrecking buildings is part of his job.
Where's the wrecking guy? Where's Ralph? He should be wrecking the building.
The film presents an engaging existential crisis while also making way for a lot of laughs, creativity, and video game references. Director Rich Moore rose to prominence working on shows like The Simpsons and Futurama, bringing the same biting satire and wit to his feature debut.
You know what's going to happen when the players see you glitching? They're going to think the game's broken.
I don't care, you're a liar!
Just as many Simpsons and Futurama episodes were anchored by a strong emotional core, Wreck-It Ralph and its 2018 sequel balance out every laugh with a touching moment. Number 15, A Cat in Paris. Since it didn't receive much publicity in the States, this French film took many by surprise when it scored a Best Animated Feature Oscar nomination. It was definitely deserved, as A Cat in Paris is a cleverly written and slickly drawn hoot.
Yes, sweetie. That's the man who shot your father.
Directed by Jean-Loup Felicioli and Alain Gagnol,
Oh,
the story
nice,
revolves
beautiful.
around a feline with a double life, a cat burglar with a heart of gold, a police superintendent with a vendetta, a little girl without a voice, and gangsters without a clue.
What's wrong with her? The cop she's talking about was her husband.
The film channels various capers, from North by Northwest to Reservoir Dogs. It also has a wonderful sense of humor, calling the Pink Panther and even Home Alone to mind. For fans of farcical comedy and animation, it's a perfect combination. Number 14, Your Name. Makoto Shinkai has certainly made a name for himself in
Japanese
recent years.
names
With this
sound
romantic
so
fantasy,
satisfying.
Shinkai wrote and directed the highest-grossing anime feature worldwide.
Why is the girl confessing her love to me?
Maybe you're just more popular when I'm you.
You're so full of yourself.
Audiences fell in love with the story of Taki and Mitsuha, high school students with an unusual connection. Despite never meeting in person, they begin to miraculously switch bodies. Although they're brought together by fantastical elements, the bond between Taki and Mitsuha is beyond genuine. These two are destined for each other, but they're separated by more than walking distance.
Oh my gosh, from Taki again. But what was Taki doing out here?
In addition to being gorgeously animated, Your Name is an exquisitely told story full of mystery and tears.
I came all this way to see you, which wasn't easy, since you were pretty far away.
The gripping drama leaves us hooked until the very last revelation, which is as satisfying.
I mean, I can take anime, but not like, you know, like fighting combat anime.
With films like Grave of the Fireflies, Only Me Yesterday and Pompoko, Isao Takahata established himself as one of the greatest anime directors of all time.
Oh, what a beautiful little doll.
No, quiet. You'll wake her, she's sleeping.
Following a lengthy hiatus, Takahata returned to direct his final feature for Studio Ghibli, The Tale of the Princess Kaguya. Inspired by Japanese folklore, the film centers on a tiny girl who grows exponentially after being discovered in a bamboo stick.
The purpose of this banquet is to celebrate the taking of my name?
Of course it is, ma'am.
Yes, but all I'm doing is sitting here. It's like I'm not even at my own party.
Where everyone else views her as sacred royalty, the girl truly wants nothing more than to be an ordinary human. Much like its sketchy yet stylish animation, the story brings out the beauty and simplicity.
Only now, when I'm forced to go back to the moon, do I finally remember
It's unique animation.
why I came here.
Just a few years before Takahata passed away at age 82 in 2018, Princess Kaguya earned him his first Oscar nomination ever for Best Animated Feature. Number 12, Moana. When it comes to princesses, Disney often looks to classic
Pretty
fairy
decent
tales for
animation.
inspiration. Moana, on the other hand, has the distinction of being a wholly original addition to
I don't
the
care if
Disney
it's not a
princess
guinea
lineup.
pig.
Yet
It
the
looks
filmmakers tell a timeless story
great.
that feels like it could have existed for centuries.
Huge canoes. We can take them, find Maui, make him restore the heart. We were voyagers. We can voyage again.
That's because director Ron Clements and John Musker did their homework on Polynesian mythology, becoming especially intrigued by the demigod
Polynesian.
Well, anyway, let me say you're welcome.
Interesting word.
Wonderful world you know.
One of the key
I had
themes
someone
of Moana
ear rape
is
it
looking to
and
the past for guidance and seeing how far that wisdom will take you.
Maybe the gods found you for a reason. Maybe the ocean brought you to them because it saw someone who was worthy of being saved.
The same can be said about the film, which builds upon both Polynesian traditions and Disney traditions to create something shiny and new. You say thank you, but Maui is
I don't know why I
already
said
singing
hydrogen
you're welcome.
cyanide. I'd probably.
Number 11, Song of the Sea. Developed by Cartoon Saloon, the same studio behind The Breadwinner, Song of the Sea is another elegantly crafted Oscar nominee with a strong sense of culture. Described as a spiritual follow-up to director Tom Moore's previous film, The Secret of Kells, the story once again borrows from Celtic folklore.
Oh my god, seals.
Our heroes are Ben, a young Irish lad, and Saoirse, his silent sister who's a Selkie. Although Ben has resented Saoirse ever since their mother vanished, their broken family is mended through magic, mythology, and music.
Seals.
Speaking of which, Song of the Sea is every bit as beautiful to listen to as it is to look at. The soothing score and hand-drawn animation make for an atmospheric voyage beyond the sea and our wildest fantasies. Number 10, The Lego Movie.
Yep, there it goes. That's a good one too. Second one wasn't really my favorite.
Turned in something awesome. With The Lego Movie.
Here's what I liked about the Lego Movie. It wasn't like a real. It wasn't like a cartoon. Like I'm not really much of a fan of the other ones because it's like, I mean, they're good, but I don't like how it's like there's Legos in a real world. I like everything's made of Legos, everything. And here's what's cool about the Lego Movie is that apparently I think people actually built this. It was actually built by hand, and they had to slowly move a piece. And I think it was a stop motion, wasn't it? Okay, let's see.
A film based on a toy line has the potential to be hilarious, heartwarming, and game-changing.
And the beautifully red. Because I watched the Lego Movie, it made me want to hoard more and more Legos.
This movie's imagination knows no bounds. Assembling a collection of established characters like Batman and new animated icons like construction worker Emmett.
I know what you're thinking. He is the least qualified person in the world to lead us. And you are right. This is supposed to make us feel better.
The story feels like something a child would make up while playing with Legos, which is fitting given a twist in the final act. It's at this point that the Lego movie evolves from a great film to an instant classic.
All of this that you see before you is all your father's.
And it was made by my mom's favorite people.
Did you take the top off of the tower?
It's been snubbed out of a Best
Oh my god, that's my mom's favorite scene. Did you take the top off the tower?
Animated Feature Oscar nomination, but what Lord and Miller have built will last for eons.
This one said ages 8 to 14.
That's a suggestion. They have to put that on there.
Number 9, Inside Out. Whenever it looks like Hollywood is officially run out of ideas, Pixar comes along with a new film that stimulates the mind.
I'm sadness.
Oh, hello. I'm Joy.
Inside Out isn't just a beacon of innovation.
You know, you're
It's a
supposed to
beacon
like
of hope
park
for
one
anyone
car in
who's
there.
ever felt like an outsider. 11-year-old Riley couldn't feel more isolated when she moves across the country. Her struggles may be common, but that doesn't make them any less heavy-handed or important to address.
Mom and Dad, the team, they came to help because of sadness.
Diving into Riley's head where her emotions operate, we're taken on a joyous, tear-jerking, and life-affirming journey about growing up.
You need me to be happy, but I want my old friends and my hockey team.
And it was
While
kind of
little kids will
heartwarming too.
appreciate the film for its vibrant colors and playful humor, older children and adults are bound to get an even stronger
I like
reaction
the
out
colors.
of this deeply emotional triumph. Number 8, It's Such a Beautiful Day. You know that scene in Inside Out where the characters become abstract? Well, this absurdist art house dramedy comes from a modern master of abstract animation, Don Hertzfeldt.
He met his ex-girlfriend during her lunch break, and they took a walk to the park. He noticed that every time he was near her, she sort of moved away with a tight-lipped smile on her face.
Technically, the film is comprised of 3 shorts by Hertzfeldt, centering on a man with a memory disorder who's searching for an identity. From the brief runtime to its stick figure characters, to Hertzfeldt's constant narration, It's Such a Beautiful Day is as minimalist as feature animation gets.
At lunch, he told Bill about a physics book he was reading about time. How the passing of time is just an illusion, because all of eternity is actually taking place at once.
Although it may look like something you doodle in class, this is a surreally funny and surprisingly philosophical indie gem about mental health, family, and the meaning of human existence. Even the animation, while not groundbreaking per se, has a distinctive charm, demonstrating how even the most basic drawing can send a powerful message.
All the memories the doctor asked him to recall today are suddenly out of his grasp. So many years of faces and moments are mostly just a vague feeling now.
Number 7, Kubo and the Two Strings. The stop-motion geniuses at Laika picked up where Tim Burton
never
left
watched
off,
this.
but in recent years have branched out with projects outside of the gothic fantasy genre. With the Golden Globe-winning Missing Link, they took us on an old-school adventure. In Kubo and the Two Strings, director Travis Knight drew heavily from Japanese culture, crafting what's practically a stop-motion anime.
Father, I'm worried about Mother. With every day that goes by, she drifts further away.
The film also has
Coraline
echoes
was
of The Legend of Zelda, following
stop
a
animation. It means like,
blind boy on an
for example, if I were to have like a little Lego figure, I'd have his legs like this, and when he moves, I do this, I take a snapshot, and move the leg a little bit, snapshot that, move it a little bit, snapshot, move it a bit, snapshot. So what? You got birthed into the world. It's looking at me. Well, the Coraline dolls made for the movie have been sold for a few $100,000.
Voyage, where he comes across an assortment of bizarre creatures.
Yes! Yes! Thank goodness that's over.
When Kubo isn't sucking the audience in with its rousing story, it's leaving them awestruck by the stop-motion wizardry. Scoring 2 Oscar nominations and winning the BAFTA for Best Animated Film, this might be Laika's masterpiece.
Everything you knew has been taken from you.
No, it's in my memories. The most powerful kind of magic there is.
Number 6, Anomalisa.
On paper, Anomalisa probably would have worked fine as a live-action film. As a matter of fact, Charlie Kaufman initially wrote it for the stage under the pen name Francis Fragoli.
Why did you go back home? I don't know. I can't explain.
While Kaufman had his doubts about adapting the play into a stop-motion animated feature,
Trump's not right.
Lonely Michael feels like the only person in the world, so much so that almost everyone else is voiced by the same actor.
Will you kiss me again?
I hope to.
I hope you do too.
A seemingly ordinary woman named Lisa, however, catches Michael's eye, as well as his ear. Lisa could be a diamond in the rough, but it's also possible that Michael is simply desperate for companionship. Either way, Kaufman and co-director Duke Johnson have made a profound film about the human...
I actually tried Kit Kat. I don't believe you. It's okay, I just don't like the stuff inside of it.
How to Train Your Dragon 2.
2 and 1, those were good movies.
Pretty high, but its follow-up somehow managed to improve upon virtually everything.
Carried no weapon and spoke softly, saying that he was Drago Bloodfist and was a man of the people.
Like the best sequels, How to Train Your Dragon 2 delves deeper into its world's lore and deeper into mature territory. Just as Hiccup is much older than when we last saw him, the animation is more sophisticated, the action is more heart-pounding, and the drama is more gut-wrenching.
That's your mother?
Well, now you know where I get my dramatic flair.
It's a film that really treats its viewers like adults, emerging as one of the best modern fantasy epics, live-action or...
Me and my dad and my cousin, we watched that together. Those are some of the very best days of my life. Back in the old days. No viruses, no Fortnite, nothing fancy I had.
Number 4, Frozen. When
If
Frozen
it didn't do good
many were quick
to
to
voice,
hail it as the best
it did good one
animated
thing,
movie since The
financially.
Lion King. Granted, there had certainly been other worthy Disney films.
Ah, dang it!
Frozen. When Frozen hit the scene, many were quick to...
Oh my god, my mom, when we watched this, my mom saw something pretty cool.
Disney films released.
Dude.
There had certainly been other...
You know who...
The Disney films...
Are you kidding me? Stop!
In 2013. Nothing had taken the world... Boy and His Dragon.
Stop it! You hoe!
Had certainly been other words...
That lady right there, that's Rapunzel from Tangled.
Disney films released
and
in 1994.
what is his name? Christoph or something? No, that's no. I don't think that's his name.
Simba took his place in the circle of life.
That's actually, that is one of the coolest little Easter eggs of...
When Elsa let her ice powers loose, setting a new standard for every Disney film that followed.
Who married the man she just met?
It's Trina!
Like The Lion King, Frozen broke box office records, won 2 Academy Awards, and even years later keeps viewers coming back for more.
Anna? But she froze your heart.
The only frozen heart around here is yours.
For the latest generation of moviegoers, the film is a childhood staple. For older audiences, it reminded them why they fell in love with Disney animation in the first place. Number 3, Coco. Pixar has always been resistant to...
That was a good one, too. I didn't watch it because I was really busy, but when I did, it was good.
It's arguably the first Pixar film where the music is even more integral than the dialogue.
I like Mix. I like...
The story is significantly tied to the Oscar-winning tune Remember Me, which we first hear as a grand musical number.
Mexicans have really nice music, nice culture.
An eye-opening tearjerker.
I don't know why you should be surprised about that when we're neighbors. Well, territorially.
There's more than one way to listen to a song, and the scene
The plot twist in that movie is good.
Miguel is torn between his family's tradition
passion for music. While it would have been easy for this movie to choose a side, it instead finds a middle ground that sees everybody grow by the final curtain. Number 2, Toy Story 3. Toy Story
Good
3
one.
won the Academy Award for Best Animated Feature.
That's what my mom almost cried there. I know. She almost cried and got emotional at the end.
Rarely been embraced in Oscar's top category. Few people could deny that Toy Story 3 was not only a magnificent piece of animation, but filmmaking at its finest.
Doesn't care about us anymore.
Of course he does. He cares about all of you. He was putting you in the attic.
That's what I said about my Xbox. He...
Wake up! It's over!
While it wasn't the end for Woody, Buzz, and the gang, this third chapter felt like the culmination of everything the franchise had been building towards, delivering on its themes of moving on and accepting change. They may be animated, they may be plastic, but the emotions these characters evoke couldn't be more real.
He's brave, like a cowboy should be. Kind, smart. But the thing that makes Woody special is he'll never give up on you.
It's a film that speaks to your inner child while also leaving you feeling more grown up. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Once upon a time, in a far-off land, there lived a king and a queen in a magnificent castle. Why won't you listen to me? Why are you doing this?
Officer Judy Hobbs, CPD, how are you? I am doing just
Fine.
as well as I can be. What
Hang in there.
can I do
Well, I was hoping you could run a plane.
for you
Well, I was hoping you could.
today?
Bullet hits the shovel, ricochets back towards number 3, and that's when the roof caved in, igniting the thermos of pure grain alcohol, instantly vaporizing his bodily form, leaving nothing but a charcoal statue and a high-pitched squeal.
Good morning. I'd like to introduce your new friend, Ika. Oh, of course, sorry. I mean our new friend, Zucchini.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. We'll admit that the idea of an animated Spider-Man movie from Sony had us skeptical.
So no matter how many hits I take, I always find a way to come back.
In addition to being an animation milestone, though, Into the Spider-Verse will be remembered as one of the decade's best superhero movies, as well as an exceptional coming-of-age tale.
Here's lesson number 1, kid. Don't watch the mouth. Watch the hand.
Peter Parker is only a supporting player, with the spotlight going to fan favorite Miles Morales. The film also makes room for several obscure characters who wouldn't work nearly as well in live action.
This could literally not get any weirder.
It can get weirder. I just washed my hands. That's why they're wet.
Into the Spider-Verse was born for animation, and the entire movie is like a 3D comic book brought to life.
Whatever you choose to do with it, you'll be great.
Our family doesn't run from things.
You're the best of all.
The style is complemented by involving drama, brilliant comedy, and stellar action. It's a film that opens Spider-Man and the animation medium up to a new universe of possibilities. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Watch Mojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.
Has anybody ever heard of Star Wars Rebels? Well, people say that's bad. It's actually a pretty decent show. Especially with the 8th brother. His lightsaber sounds one of the coolest I've ever heard. No. It got her. I like when he spins up and... when you learn that the Inquisitors can fly. The 8th brother was has one of the best defeats, because he tries to take off and he falls down. Oof. Sometimes when they spin, they don't work. Who was the 8th brother?
The 8th brother is the 4th Inquisitor to appear in Star Wars Rebels. He was a male Tyrillian Django jumper, the same species as Cassie Cryer. As an Inquisitor, he was tasked in hunting down the former Darth Maul, whom he referred to as the Shadow. The 8th brother eventually tracked down Maul to a Sith temple on the planet Malachor. There, he would unexpectedly find Kanan, Ezra, and Ahsoka. He eventually got captured after he attempted to ambush Ahsoka and the 2 Jedi. However, he got rescued by the 5th brother and the 7th sister. The 3 Inquisitors would attack the 3 intruders and Maul while attempting to take the Sith holocron. All 3 Inquisitors failed and died doing so. The 8th brother attempted to flee on his damaged lightsaber, but fell to his death.
They can't force push
Like
himself
the
off
other
ground.
Inquisitors, the 8th brother possessed a double-bladed spinning lightsaber. His was quite different though, in that it could convert into a buzzsaw-like weapon that employed the handle while the lightsaber blades were deactivated. Along with his lightsaber, he also had a weapon on his chest that allowed him to shoot out 3 explosive energy bolts. For his armor, he wore typical Inquisitor combat armor as well as a helmet. The 8th brother was of course Force sensitive, and he used the dark side of the Force. He was trained by Darth Vader himself and studied the records of the Jedi Temple in order to defeat his enemies. His fighting style was similar to the 7th Sisters due to his slim acrobatic build. He was also had the ability to use his lightsaber to propel himself and hover around, being able to ambush and then retreat quickly when needed.
Personality.
Though not much is known about the 8th brother's personality, due to his limited screen time, we can assume that he was just as cruel and ruthless as the other Inquisitors. He did show to be a bit more impulsive, going after his 4 enemies alone without planning ahead with either the 5th brother or the 7th sister. Thanks for watching this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this one. And as always,
That's my favorite lightsaber. It's the double-bladed spinning lightsaber. Ooh. The best, the worst villains in Disney. Let's see. What was my favorite Disney villain?
So, Disney had a thing with twist villains for a while that they seem to have mostly gotten over. A trend that audiences have rolled their eyes at for years that I think gets a little bit too much flack, but is understandably frustrating. On the one hand, a lot of movies
Some of my
that
favorite
contained twist
villains ever
villains were mostly pretty good movies. However, in many
probably
of
some of the
said movies,
Inquisitors.
the villain ended up being the least compelling part of it.
Grand Admiral Thrawn is up there on the list for me.
But twists are touchy as narrative devices. When they work, they're fantastic, but when they're not, they can suck all the energy out of a film, especially if a plot or scene relies too heavily on them for impact. Like that con scene from Into Darkness is embarrassing. And the reception can vary wildly and sometimes unfairly on factors aside from the actual film, like audience age and film knowledge, plus things like trailer spoilers or seeing movies in particular order isn't going to affect future generations as much as it does for people who saw it on first release. Okay, that's true of, like, all films regardless. And a twist doesn't live or die on whether or not it's guessable. A good writer or filmmaker can take efforts to make it look so, but it's not going to be
My mic is not working right now.
anyway,
It's
so
dead,
it's way
just
more
like
important
Fortnite.
to have proper narrative setup and thematic cohesion. Something certain modern writers should be reminded of. I mean, the
What is your favorite Disney
revealed
villain?
to be Mr. Rogers. That would be surprising, but it wouldn't exactly make it a good twist. There's also a little
It has to be Pixar or Disney
counts as a
movies.
twist villain. Like,
That's a very good question for me.
irritated that slowly builds his
Ow!
full-on monster.
Ow!
Otto from Wall-E
My foot!
reveal, but more in the plot than the character.
Might even be my,
What about Gabby Gabby as a reverse twist villain? Or Rourke from Atlantis, because he's presented as an ally, but he's also a linebacker in a military uniform on an archaeology mission, so of course he was going to be the bad guy, and even says as much halfway through.
Dude, that's actually a good thing. I can't even decide.
Says that he's an idiot for not figuring it out. Syndrome sometimes gets put into this category, which I'm not sure.
But if I have to say Star Wars, I do like Grand Admiral Thrawn. He is not, you know, quick to come to conclusions. He's smart, and he preys on the ignorance of others. He's pretty cool.
It's a very minor aspect to what is still one of Disney's best villains. Like, the fact that they keep that fanboy enthusiasm throughout the whole movie is brilliant. Basically, you can make cases for a variety of characters, but I'm just gonna talk about the characters that I want to talk about. Like, no one wants to talk about Miles Axelrod. And with what better formula to dissect it with than with a completely subjective ranking list? And if you're wondering if I'll be ranking this by how good the villain as a villain is or how good the twist is, yes. Meet the Robinson is possibly the best
Doris.
example of the villain being the worst part of the movie. I don't think it's the weakest villain twist, or in this case, twists around a villain, but a solid contender for Disney's worst villain. Disney has made much more successful comedic villains, not that there aren't a few funny lines, but for as silly as this movie already is when focusing on the main cast, Bowler Hat Guy, as he's most often presumed as, he just takes the few extra steps into pure ridiculousness to be taken seriously as a threat. To the point where revealing that the flying hat was the true mastermind all along is both the only answer that makes sense, while also being extremely anticlimactic. I like this movie more than most, but this entire finale is basically a dream sequence that I just kind of wait to be over. But then there's the movie's other time travel character reveals, and for Disney's still only time travel film, they're fine for what is basically time travel 101. The two mysterious adult characters turn out to be the two major child characters. One of the best twist tactics is disguising foreshadowing as something else, or at least distracting from it with something like comedy. The Gravity Falls premiere and Avengers 2, oddly, are some of the best examples of this. But the scene where adult Goob takes an interest in young Goob is not funny, nor provides any essential plot information, so all I was thinking was, why is this scene here, other than to remind us that these characters exist as though they're going to be important? The setup of Lewis's twist, between hiding his identity from the family and never seeing the father, and their
We're
reaction
back.
when they find...
I need to go. Unlike that meme, the pool's closed to AIDS.
Who he really is, oh my god, is devastating. Altogether may appear to be too obvious, but there are things they do to keep your mind... Holy crap, I didn't know that. Also the fact that his dad has a different name. Not to say that this works perfectly in this film, but another twist tactic is laying out all the clues and foreshadowing, but withholding that one piece of information that makes it all fit together. In this case, the thing that distracted me from fully connecting the dots was just not knowing exactly how far into the future we were. But once they laid out that bowler hat guy was Goob, yeah, that narrowed down the time frame a bit. And what I can say about bowler hat Goob is that he is still relevant to the themes. His character is constantly preoccupied and obsessed with the past, when the entire movie will absolutely not shut up about keep moving forward. Still probably Disney's weakest villain. Callahan from 2006 is pretty much the villain that people point to when they talk about how much they don't like twist villains. It's pretty clear to anyone who's seen even a handful of Scooby-Doo episodes, when the person is behind a mask...
The Phantoms!
...one that you've already been introduced to, so the candidates in this movie were pretty much one of two people, and when everyone was absolutely positive that it's one of them, big shock, it turned out to be the other one. Okay, he's presumed dead, but we don't see a body, so that's only a deterrent for so long. Another major factor we'll frequently reference as to how satisfying or believable a twist villain can be is character consistency. Callahan is presented as a caring and supervillain, but after twist goes completely supervillain and doesn't care that one of his students died because of him, or that he's continuing to attack and hurt children. Now, part of this extreme personality shift plays into the movie's themes about handling grief. Callahan is the shadow of our protagonist's hero and what he could become if he lets his grief consume him. Though this shift would be slightly more viable if his daughter had died during the intro rather than some years ago. But this is also a big hook on why twist villains are appealing from at least a message perspective. It's showing that bad people don't always go around announcing how evil they are, either in speech or in their look. Many of them look and act like average, everyday people, showing that any average person is capable of doing terrible things with the right motive and emotional imbalance. And at least with the mask, it's a really cool villain design. Something. By Incredibles 2, the Disney twist villain basically exactly what the screenslaver just said, and also the small fact that her name was Evelyn Dever. However, more than the fact that this twist wasn't a surprise, the biggest complaints against her as a villain tended to be around the fact that her actions were somewhat contradictory. If her goal was to tear supervillains down, she put in an awful lot of legwork to build them back up again, when she could have just jumped on the collateral damage argument. It was also that the lengths of her plan feels a little bit extreme for her intentions. Again, villain, but this felt less like, I just don't want us to rely on them that much, than it was the much more prejudicial fear of, they're too dangerous, we have to kill them before they kill us. This was basically Bellwether's plan, but a different paint. Also felt like the glasses were a bit of a dead giveaway. However, Evelyn is engaging and interesting as a character. This is good personality consistency. She does feel like she's the same character all the
Oh my god, horsey.
She has a great look with a great voice who has great banter with Helen, and an interesting philosophy in regards to a superhero society that, again, my hero is doing just a bit better. Give this to Bellwether. At least no one saw it coming that the criminal mastermind would be Mona Saperstein, and not because there isn't any lead up, though there is very little.
Oh.
See her being put apart whenever she talks to her, or various comments to Judy about little guys sticking together, and of course, when we see those Graham underlings, that should have been a clue. But this is another instance where the personality pulls a complete 180. This is reflected in her look, showing how even a cute small sheep can be a stone-cold killer. It's a little easy to just go, and then this character was secretly Hitler. But that's selling it a
OMG,
little
I
short.
think I'll...
Plenty of people have risen to positions of power by exploiting hate. It's just that most of them do it by stating it outright, rather than this very elaborate conspiracy that she worked way too hard on if all she wanted to do was start a race war. But in this case, she was trying to prove that predators were inherently bad. But Bellwether's real crime, as a movie villain, is just that she's the least interesting thing about the movie she's in. Nick and Judy's chemistry and banter is fantastic, to the point that when the final act turns into an action scene, it's a little disappointing. But also that this is a movie about racism, but we can't solve racism, but we also still need to end the movie somehow with a victory, so this'll work. Bellwether is purely functional, sets the mystery in motion, provides a climax, and otherwise we forget she exists. And the story's not about her. Hans, I feel, is the one people are the most mixed on, kinda like Frozen. But even people who don't like him tend to agree with the idea of him. Frozen is a movie about addressing a number of princess tropes, and here's a solid reason for why getting married to someone you don't know after one day may not be such a great idea. The arguments against him is that his actions sometimes feel out of place with his ultimate goal, and at worst feel like intentionally misleading the audience so that the twist is exceptionally shocking. I don't think this is completely untrue, and that his setup and foreshadowing could have been done better, but I don't think it's terrible either. One popular argument is, if he just wanted to become king and kill Elsa, it seems like there were numerous opportunities to do so. And honestly, I think that he came to Arendelle with a relatively simple plan that was instantly derailed by the unexpected appearance of a potentially apocalyptic snow witch. So from then on, there were too many uncertain variables for him to make any concrete moves without knowing the status of each sister, how dangerous Elsa might be, and with the Duke of another country also vying for control. Currently, his best bet is still to marry Anna. So for most of the movie, he's playing it safe to achieve that goal. That probably won't happen if he goes out on a recruitment mission that results in Elsa's death. It's not until the very end, where Elsa is in prison and Anna is dying, that he finally feels like he's in a secure enough position to make a move. Now, did he himself need to go on the recruitment mission? Maybe not. Nor did he have to say lines like, absolutely no harm is to come to the Queen, and don't be the moonstruck, here you are. And then there's the shot, to which there was no reason for him to even go that far unless it was to deliberately screw with her, or in this case, the audience.
Jesus.
This moment does come off as a bit self-aggrandizing. There are some moments that come close to cheats, but I also think there are moments that are done quite well, and not just for the find my own place line. Like this shot where it looks like he's saving her,
I'm not
is
kidding.
actually the shot where he
That is stupid insane.
complains about Elsa, he responds with lines like, I would never shut you out, and
If it carries on for 2 more days, we will be back in lockdown.
They should not. They should be on lockdown all the time. Even my country should. Until it doesn't matter. As long as one person has this virus on this earth, it is a threat. It is a threat to me and the rest of mankind. I think we should shut everything down until there is less than... No, until there's zero. There's nothing.
The entire planet pays the...
For the sake of drama and the message isn't invalid, but only for this specific message all about how people can...
Is there... There's no true good in this world, is there? It really sucks to hear that. It's bull. It's like everyone's fighting. There's only one thing that people want in this world. Or two. Money and power. And their greed blinds the greed. Greed blinds those who are ignorant to resist. No. Well, greed, or should I say repeat that? Greed blinds those who are ignorant to follow it. It's a monster. It doesn't jump out of the shadows. It preys on ignorance. And it preys on the people who work for it.
Can we just cancel money?
Can we just like not be?
Just not have money on the planet.
Oh. How about we just like not have idiotic people?
Free for whatever.
So yeah, mix is the appropriate takeaway.
I mean, the only bad thing is people would get bad. Like it would get bad.
be streaming for?
I don't know.
I have a while.
Is that the most destructive thing in this universe is the weak-minded. Turns them into mindless followers, turns them into slaves that destroy humanity.
I want to make like a mini version of Earth in Minecraft.
People have done it. Funniest live TV interviews gone wrong. Get ready for the first ad to be spammed. Alright, never mind.
What's the best kind of firework to buy?
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
I'm on Jackson Street, and I call the police on my own kids. I'm sick of it.
Hey, boy, shut up.
Why aren't you evacuated?
I call the South Beach.
Hey there, I'm with KHOU. Just wondering, what is it like seeing this right now?
See, you tell me. Gotta, pay attention. Get off your cell phones. Pay attention.
All right, Dennis, thank you very much for joining us.
Hey, so you're a local?
Well, I am actually, and I finally met Debbie. I've heard about Debbie doing other things, but now she's giving Bowen a blowjob, which is wonderful.
To do what? What did you guys come out here to do? What was it? Why?
We came out here to experience the weather.
You came out here to experience the weather.
Yeah, we heard about all the evacuation going on.
Thank you very much for giving me this. And I appreciate my fans also. My wife and my girlfriend. My wife, sorry to say. I'm so sorry, my wife.
Well, that was 55 sheep missing, like, in the lambs when I was in the sheep. This can't count a nice bit of money, like.
First and last name, please.
Erica O'Donnell.
And can you spell first and last?
First-Last.
I meant your first and last name.
And then I just want to thank the Sumter community for coming together in these times of need. That is showing you what the city of Sumter is all about. Like our license plate says, smiling faces, beautiful places. We all come together as a community in a time of need. And that's why I'm glad to be a Sumter native.
Yeah.
Tough way to walk the dog, isn't it? Oh, yeah, for sure. Very inconvenient for anybody. It's got to be done, though, right? Yeah, it does.
Is this gonna be nothing but ad spam? Guys, I'm gonna... Let's see our data. 20 million cases confirmed. 749,000 deaths. 13...
My brother's a snitch, LOL.
13 million have recovered. The only good news is that you have a 95% chance of getting out. You have a 5% chance, or 1 out of 20 chance of dying. Still, if it's below 1%, it's okay. Here's what it looks like. It appears that it's gone up and it's gone down. Then we're probably going to experience another wave. Look at this. February right here. So it's skyrocketing out of control. This is where we commit the protocols, social distancing, restriction of gatherings, closing down schools. And you see that this is my finger represents what it could have been, so it slows down. And around this area, we're thinking, oh, it's okay, we're good. And then we reduce the restrictions, and it goes and skyrockets. See? That curve that's going up, that is because we're easing restrictions. There's a 5% death rate, I think. Where's the calc? Where's the calc? Where is my calc? Oh crap, where'd that thing go? I need it for school. Oh, there it is. $750,000 round up, divided by 2.
Apparently, worldwide cases could get to 10 million a day by 2021 if it hasn't fluked right down.
Okay, so it's raised itself from a 2% kill rate to a 3% kill rate on average. But hey, SARS was worse. That was like 10% kill rate. But it didn't thrive that much. It didn't do anything bad. Too bad. I'm just worried that this crap is going to stay with us forever. I agree that it's either we restrict people or we don't. What I'm saying is, I don't want restrictions. Like, I wouldn't say, you know, let's kind of like calm down. Let's let them go somewhere, and then let's increase what you can do over time. No, keep them home, and when there's less than 100 cases worldwide, release them. Or if you want to go better, wait till they're all gone. We cannot have this crap happening. As long as there is a case, it is a threat to the existence of mankind. We need to wait till it's completely destroyed. No, don't shut down. I never said you could shut off. Dumb headphones.
I agree.
Thank you. And rightfully so.
Also on Chef was Constance Landry. She says she's lived here her entire life, almost 80 years, been through just about everything.
You know 80 years old?
Well, just about. I'm sorry, Miss Constance. 76 to be exact.
No, 75.
75. Are you coming back to New Orleans and New Orleans East?
Is the elephant heavy? I'm coming back, baby.
All right, we've been waiting for a bus to come for these Walmart workers. Now, wait a second. Now, wait. How's driving a SEPTA bus in this weather today?
Coming up here was extremely bad, but going down the roads is much better. Hey, y'all better pay! I don't care if it's snow out there! Y'all better pay! Y'all better pay now! What I say?
See, the idea was... The idea was you interview the driver while he's busy. We're going to sneak on the bus and get a free ride home.
Cal 29 is paying for everybody! Yay!
You have something to say, I can see you.
A floating gun.
What's on your mind?
Nice.
I didn't really see you on TV that much.
You didn't see me on TV that much?
Nope.
You probably had that Rod Hill guy on more than me. Did you notice that?
No, the Lester Holt?
Lester Holt. Was Lester Holt a part of this morning's coverage?
Usually he see him more on the news than you.
Aww.
Question is how democracies respond to those.
One kid.
I mean, for the wider region, I think one of your children has just walked in. I mean, shifting sands in the region. Do you think relations with the North may change? I would be surprised if they do. Pardon me. My apologies. The region.
Is that a good idea?
That's actually a pretty cool idea.
Policy choices on North Korea have been severely limited.
All right, so I don't advise this to walk across the middle of the street, but there's nobody coming. Hey, what's going on? I'm loving it. You love this stuff.
I was trying so many times, so many different places, and there's always that question in your mind, oh, will I ever work again? Like, oh, wow.
Then I'll convert the world to bedrock so it's infinite.
That includes Hugh James. He works at a liquor store in Garden City.
Stewart Avenue is already bad enough during rush hour.
We'll probably sit around and cook some soups and eat bread and desserts and just get all fat and sassy.
This is like February.
Genius LOL.
We usually get this in November. You know, we've had a pretty easy winter. I think if you're complaining now, you're really not true Chicagoans. Come on. Suck it up.
If you win that jackpot, what's the first thing you're gonna get?
First thing I'm gonna get?
Be honest with us, sir.
Oh, I can be honest, because we're in Nevada, it's legal. I'm gonna find me a new wife. Okay?
I was sitting at home and I was playing Fortnite, and all of a sudden I just hear a bunch of noise.
Oh, this dude was playing Fortnite and he got hit by a tornado.
I have 184 world on bedrock LOL.
People left my gang. I was gonna try to finish the game.
I have 300 worlds on my mobile account.
You said you're in the bathroom with your sister and nephew.
I'm like, honestly, I was just thinking about the game.
And here's the thing. None of these people are going to win. I'm not going to win. You're not going to win. We all know it. How many are you getting, you think, in here?
5 tickets.
5 tickets? It's about $10 worth? So let me see. How much for a lighter over there? How much are lighters? Yeah, okay. So what you could do is buy a lighter, burn the rest of the $10, and then at least you still have a lighter.
So how sad are you that you didn't get your ticket today?
Hello. Well, I don't look sad, but I really am disappointed. I'm mad at KFC. Really? I mean, like, look at them. They're just chilling. They're happy. Sorry, we're mad with them. We want to get in there, sit down, have some food, but we can't do that today. Sorry, but
Why don't you make this
Well, I get a free rice box then, coming down, because I've been trapped.
Maybe I could. Maybe when I get rich enough.
Driving around downtown, you're going to see backups throughout the area.
Maybe I can. Hopefully, if I can, maybe if I get like 1,000 subs, I might put like a donation poll up there so people can donate to fuel the server. Cause here's the thing. It's supposed to be like almost like a not entirely, but it's kind of like what's it called? It's not like a role play. But it's not like, you know, it's not like a game. It's almost like GTA, but you don't. It has no, you know, you have no missions. You can just have fun, chill with your friends, and all that crap.
Your name is Michael.
Yeah, and I got an album. I'm a
Yes, LOL.
Mike Lucas, Mansions and Bugattis is coming out tomorrow. And I just thought it was kind of ironic how Hurricane Michael is here. And so I was like, man, let me feel this energy and get out here and talk to this smooth lady.
He's trying to sell some records here.
Yeah, give it a plug.
There you go, Michael.
My record drops tomorrow.
My record drops tomorrow. Did you break into a house? Did you burglarize a house?
I think if you can cross-play from Xbox Bedrock to PS4 Bedrock if you have a realm.
I want to talk.
We were talking before, you were just talking to these adults.
Well, I want to talk to you though.
Did you break it around?
No.
Okay, well, why are you in custody then?
I don't know.
You don't know. You have no idea why you've been arrested.
No idea, sir.
He's playing the stupid card.
I have them not to know.
Say anything to your mom or anything like that, or doing it out?
My bad, Mom. My bad. I'll be home someday.
Were you hurt when you were running away?
Nah, my bite, my neck. You tagged me in the neck, man.
All right, well, you got the good one there. What's your name?
Paul.
What?
Paul.
Paul, what's your last name? Paul?
I don't know. Yeah, I gave you the first one.
Always remember, Taco Bell's down the road. We're just out here. You remember it's, I mean, I think it was the best Taco Bell in Montgomery.
I can't eat here. I felt like I lost a family member.
Well, I'm hoping we get closure tonight and we can move on to the next cause. But we're here supporting Taco Bell tonight, and that's what's
Taco.
My feelings are hurt. I gotta go all the way to Perry Hill to get some Taco Bell. That's my feelings.
Are they singing a song? They honestly like Taco Bell, I guess.
Everyone takes a crap. Everyone goes to the bathroom, so everyone can relate to that. And the terms that I use to name these products are everyday terms that, you know, people are used to hearing and stuff. So we just kind of, you just try to, you know, combine the two to come up with something halfway decent that's funny, you know. For example, the first thing that we make now, instead of a cuckoo clock, see, this is a poo-poo clock. And what we did see is we took them turds and we crammed them in between the number there, so that's 130, 230, 330. Now over here we make fecal people. And depending on the turds right there, we can do them with big boobs or guts or butts or long legs or short legs. See, because there's no two turds that are ever alike. You ever seen a turd, the two turds alike? No. The turds are all local. We just go out and track the moose, and wherever the moose are, they're going to take a crap. And I have found that when a moose takes a dump, you walk about 50 yards in any direction and they take another dump. And when a moose takes a dump, they'll crap out between 200 and 400 turds every time they take a crap. So it's like, I get $5 a turd for these things. So I get jumping right up and down. I get excited when I see a turd. Get on there and that's all my turds are on that page right there with the prices, and click on them and then get to me and let me know what you need for turds.
And you want to come to the West End Theater. You just do, where Shakespeare was, where Sir Laurence Olivier, especially the theater that Sir Laurence Olivier was in at the Phoenix Theater. I mean, it's like, I cried like a little girl.
Really? You mean love me?
That's true. I said it. I cried. Yes, and I apologize for the colorful language. That's why they put the colors gun so far because, no, I'm kidding. But ask yourself, is this so bad? This is nothing.
It's a group hug.
Give a good example. Hey, get off my wallet. That's my wallet.
You know what we do? We're going to introduce.
And Chicago is on in the West End until October.
It'd be America.
When U.S. President leaves office, it's not uncommon for them to shed light on their time in the White House in multi-million-dollar memories.
This is your former
But Bill Clinton has used this experiences to write a song about place, a cyber attack in Washington. He's teamed up with the world's best-selling novelist James Yes, he has. Yes, he has. They've been speaking to our art. This is hard. You guys are good. To our arts correspondent Rebecca Jones. Hit it, girl!
We're Mississippi State fans. We're so excited to be here in Omaha at the College World Series. We look forward to this event every year, even if we're not in it. We love Omaha. We love the hospitality that they show us.
We'll be back in a few minutes.
Places to come here. In 2013, we traveled with about 25,000. This year, we're going to have at least that when we come into the championship game, which we fully expect to do. The sacrifices that we personally made to be here are incredible. My wife's boyfriend sold his prosthetic leg on Craigslist to afford me the opportunity to be here.
If you have psoriatic arthritis, Enbrel helps relieve joint pain, helps stop joint damage, and helps skin get clearer. Enbrel may lower your ability to fight infections, serious, sometimes fatal events, including infections, tuberculosis, lymphoma, other cancers, nervous system and blood disorders, and allergic reactions have occurred. Tell your doctor if you've been someplace where fungal infections are common, or if you're prone to infections, have cuts or sores, have had hepatitis B, have been treated for heart failure.
What's going on here? U-turn. All right. Whoa. Oh, wow. They're trying to have a good time right now. And we got two guys who've stolen a Ford Mustang. Thank you. Blue, it is, yeah.
And it's a beautiful car. You can see they banged it up, but it is a beautiful car.
Oh man, now that, you know what, now that...
If I were that other car, I'd try to get out of the way. Now you are purposely endangering other people. Oh my goodness.
You know, and the police have to be restrained when they're dealing with people like this who are, they're actually thumbing their nose at basically everybody. Like, we're going to do whatever the heck we want. Oh man, how perfect.
I know.
We're going to see this on TMZ. Oh, are they going to stop it? Whoa! TMZ! They're stopping him. Oh my gosh.
They blocked him, and then someone threw something at him.
Oh, that is...
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
It doesn't get more Hollywood than that. When the TMZ tour bus slows the car chase. Driving, they've got the windshield wipers going. I mean, it's raining hard when you have the windshield wipers going that fast.
And that's why...
And the top is down. They don't know how to put the top up so that they don't get wet. I mean, these guys are idiots. I'm sorry, but they're idiots.
Joyride.
Joyriding.
There's no other way to define it other than a joyride.
In probably the most famous part of the Los Angeles area. Whoops, they almost hit that car.
Which leads me to believe that this is all just for attention.
Well, they've been on their cell phones. They're taking pictures. Now they're going to cut this guy off.
Echo Park neighborhood. Very hipster neighborhood. This is where all my cool friends live.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Now he's crossing over the Gore Point right now.
Good lord.
Wow, this might be it. This might, well... This is Trump, right? Right now?
Absolutely. I've been trying to determine...
Oh, here we go. We got a cop down here. We got LAPD and...
Oh, yes.
Here. Oops, run.
How many people jumped out of that?
Oh, he's got a stop stick right now. Well...
Oh my goodness.
Stop stick. There's LAPD out of their vehicle here. This SUV with stop sticks, it appears. Now he's throwing them back in.
Yeah. Hey, there's the suspect guy. You're missing an opportunity right
now. How about run over?
Oh, Lord. Is this did he literally get up to stop stick and he just missed the guy?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, this is the...
And now, if they're going to do... I don't know. I mean, here we go. Here we go. We got a cop coming around the other side. They're going to fence... Okay.
Are we being pumped? Because that's because they're going to...
Could he have just come and teed him off in the front? What do you call that, when they kind of block him off? Well, that was the weirdest thing I ever saw. If I were the guy in front of him, I'd just hit my brakes and act like my car broke down. Go, sorry.
This is the future of police chases under Bernie Sanders.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, let him just have fun. No. Just put the SUV in front of him, dude.
Before you wreck yourself.
Oh my God, this is embarrassing.
This is awful.
He tried to put a spike strip right after they...
Oh, jeez.
Are you kidding?
Well, that's what it looked like. I mean, it was one of these, Kinsey.
Look, he does.
There's one of these.
Do you think he's talking to him?
They're probably taunting them. Come on, why didn't they just drive right in front of the vehicle? Are you seeing the vehicle here? Uh-oh.
No, what is happening? Hello?
Did LAPD...
Hi, can we have our car chase back?
Okay, we got this white car behind him. We don't know if it's undercover, but it sure is following closely. Maybe it's just somebody who's a Yahoo who wants to kind of, be part of the story. Okay, if we do equipment over here, we know it's undercover.
But they cannot be too aggressive.
Are they just talking to
I
him?
don't think that those guys have seatbelts.
Wow, what is this? Is this an undercover cop or is this just a passerby? People talking to him?
Are they just trying? Look at all these people. That person has a baby.
What the heck?
That person has a baby.
This is insane. They've become famous. Oh, I think I'll just get out and act like this never happened.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Unbelievable. Unfriggin' believable. You gotta be kidding me.
Is that what that was?
The funniest police chase ever. Hey, when I said about the job, you don't have to have like a list of like how the internet's running. I just want you to tell me if it goes like a black screen or something. What? Okay. These guys are so dumb. What are they doing?
Okay.
Oh my god. They're just chilling, having a good time.
Can you friend people from Xbox to PS4?
No.
Hey, he's been arrested. So
Oh, I got busted.
Look at that girl. She's like, I don't want it.
a lot of restraint. Good. Okay, get out of the car, dude.
Oh my god, stupid freaking pipe ad. Yay, CBC News. I'm America, but I like watching news from Canada.
I'm gonna check this film out.
This week on Marketplace, snake in the grass. The seedy sales tricks of Canada's largest lawn care company. I just had to get them to say yes to anything, as long as they said yes.
I think they really do forget that they've agreed or signed a contract with the company.
And the people fighting back.
I will not stop until I get resolution.
Someone came into my property trespassing, broke my fence. What kind of tactics are those?
And later on Marketplace, see who gets busted.
We call Canada's Airlines to find out if there's a time limit on their travel credit. If I change my travel plans, can I get a credit?
It's completely 100% raw. It was just ridiculous. If my students came up with that policy, they'd find the door in one hell of a hurry.
We're in Ottawa, doing some surveillance, keeping an eye on the comings and goings of a nationally known business. We're heading to their turf with a hidden camera, trying to find out why this company is making mulch.
Weed man. What do you expect?
But first, a trio of Canadians not letting the grass grow underneath their feet.
If I need to be the one to step forward and fight this, I'll do that.
They're taking on this company.
By all means, do what you have to do, but I'm not paying. And that's the end of it.
What the heck are these houses?
I called police and I said they came on my lawn and they're charging me.
Here's who they're up against. Weedman. We kill weeds. 130 franchises from coast to coast. $65 million in annual sales.
The grass is always greener on the other side.
After you.
Thank you.
Did you find this?
I did, actually.
And there's always green spray paint. $7 per can. $200 to make your lawn green. $7 for a spray can that mix like just like it. $5 if you're at Lowe's.
You used us last year. We're a continuous service company, therefore you are using us again this year.
Pamela refuses to pay. Someone will call her back, they say. Someone does, but just to sell her more services.
He told me that they had a special golf green package, and it was about $975, but I would get it for the special discounted rate of $240. And I said no.
A couple of weeks after that, she goes away for the weekend.
I came home the following Monday to find that Wheatman had been again, and this time they had put fertilizer on my lawn and left another invoice in my mailbox.
Why do you have pets?
But Weedman keeps coming back, like, well, weeds, at the end of May.
You know, at that point, if someone just comes right back over and over and over, if you live in the country and like someone goes onto your lawn, if you have a driveway, just you know, take a bunch of nails and then a giant strip of iron and weld those nails on top. So that way when they drive, poof, their tires are popped. How to make a SWAT grade spike strip. Sure.
Unbelievable, jaw-dropping, shocking. Yet again.
3 visits, 3 bills, no satisfaction. And when Pamela complains to the Better Business Bureau, she finds out she's not alone. Turns out, Weedman generates hundreds of complaints from across the country. One of the franchises with the most complaints is in Ottawa.
Stop advertising alcoholic beverages. I'm 15. I will not drink them ever. Plus, I'm 6 years away to being legalized. I will not drink these products. I don't want stomach ulcers, you know.
He remembers the day he first got a call from Weedman.
I said my wife should be involved in these decisions. Would you be kind enough to make an appointment or call us on Monday and we'll arrange something so we can all get together and we can discuss your service.
But a few days later, he sees a Weedman technician pushing a sign into his lawn, and that's after they've already applied fertilizer.
I immediately went outside and confronted him and said, I didn't order this.
But Weedman wants their money.
I felt harassed. I felt my wife was being harassed because they would call on a regular basis.
So Brian files a complaint with the BBB too. If only Sinesh Chatlani's drumming could charm Weedman. One of their door-to-door salespeople offers his family a free quote on servicing their lawn in Thornhill, Ontario. No thanks, he says. They already have a gardener. But guess what? A couple of weeks later, there's an invoice on the door. Weedman has just fertilized their lawn.
I was really upset, and my dog was outside.
That's trespassing. If someone came to my property and I didn't want him, that's trespassing, and that's a crime.
You said yes to the free quote.
But wait, about a month after that, Sinesh catches a Weedman employee spraying weed killer.
I just ran out right away and said, I mean, you need to leave. This is not right. I did not ask for this. My family did not order this. Can you show me a signature? He said no. And I said, you need to simply leave because this is ridiculous.
Think it's over? Not a chance, because, and you won't believe this, Weedman sends his father's account to a collection agency.
Welcome, and thank you for calling Credit Bureau of Canada Collection.
Sinesh steps in to help his dad.
We never ordered the service ever.
Okay, well, the balance of stands 6927. It has affected your credit.
So my father's credit rating, there's absolutely nothing I can really do about it, I guess.
No. There's nothing that, we're capable of doing. I can't eliminate a debt without the authorization of Weedman, right?
But Sinesh isn't backing down.